Are we hopeless against an asteroid threat? How should the United Nations decision-making team respond? The United Nations have established a framework for international cooperation specifically to deal with near-Earth object threats. Space agencies and scientists from all over the globe are working together to detect, track, and even figure out how to deflect these cosmic dangers. An initial warning has been issued for a potential hazardous asteroid to be crossing orbits with Earth in a few years. We enter Phase 1, expected to bring widespread uncertainty and frustration. Potential damage to the living and non-living environment is considered a primary concern. Social and human impact is likely widespread anxiety or even panic, both in the target area and globally. Immediate needs initially focus on human health problems and the urgent need for population migration. Our United Nations dedicated team lays out their action plan. Step 1, governance. We immediately identify high-risk nations and convene a global council. Their sole job? To create a unified crisis management body. No delay. Step 2, global exodus. We launch the largest peacetime migration in history. Teams worldwide must identify safe zones with water and space for millions. This must be a gradual, organized evacuation. We use every plane and ship. Vulnerable groups, the elderly, children, the sick, get priority. Order prevents chaos. Step 3, financial and mental shield. We create a mutual aid fund to stabilize global economies. And critical for public trust? A 24/7 information center and a psychological support hotline. Meanwhile, space agencies and the military decide alternative plans for interception of the asteroid. Enter Phase 2. The target zone is clear, but the crisis is far beyond just a map. This is a systemic breakdown. The social complexity is immense. Millions are displaced. Meeting their basic needs is a challenge, compounded by friction from mixing different cultures, religions, and ideologies. Then comes Phase 3, impact. The physical effects are catastrophic. Seismic shaking, immense tsunamis, and widespread fires engulf the region. The sheer force of the collision causes inevitable loss of human, plant, and animal life. An air blast wave rips through the atmosphere, causing injury and death. Pollution from impact gases and airborne ejecta will foul the air. The long-term risk? Climate change and even potential volcanic activity. What comes next? What about the European Union and the general public? Follow for more.